We play when we want. We play when we want. We are the Arsenal. We play when we want. Woo! Anyone fancy a Nando's, people? I'm peckish. What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV. And today, you are going to see shameless me in full effect, people. I don't care. I don't care, people. Gary Neville was crying. Inject them tears, people. Gary Neville. Oh, Arsenal, they're such cheats. They're trying to get the game called off. Oh, dear, it's beautiful. They hate us so much, people. They hate us so much. Oh, I love it. Chelsea transfer ban. You know, paying off young players money that they shouldn't pay them. You know, cheats, financial cheats. They got banned from buying players. But no, that don't matter. That don't matter to any pundit. It don't matter. Manchester City banned from Champions League action for financial doping. They had to go to court. They had to pay all sorts of people to get out of that one. But no, it doesn't matter. No, we'll let that one slide. Sir Alex Ferguson had the FA in his pocket for 20 years. Referees giving penalties. 5-6 minutes time added on at the end of the game. But nobody cares about that because it's Man United. Oh, it's Man United. The mighty Man United. Klopp, false positives FC. 9 players didn't even have it. But they shut the training ground, called the game off. But it don't matter because we all know that everybody in the FA loves Liverpool, the media darlings. Oh, Liverpool, the mighty Liverpool, the history. Respect. But yeah, Arsenal get one game called off. And oh no, they're cheats, they're scumbags, they're killing football. Arsenal, oh no, everyone's up in uproar. Well, I love it. Lock that game off. Lock that game off. Shamelessly as well. I'm saying it with a smile on my face. Dark art settings. You don't get nowhere in football being nice. Let me tell you that, people. Let me tell you that. Lock that game off. Oh, there ain't enough COVID cases. Lock it off. Stand up. If you ain't Tottenham, stand up. Woo! North London derby tomorrow, they said. No, mate, we ain't got no players. We ain't got no players. We ain't turning up. Yeah, we ain't turning up. I turned on TalkSport, they're crying. I turned on Sky Sports, they're saying we're cheats. I love it, people. Lock that game off. We'll see you in a month, Nando's. We ain't ready. We're not hungry right now. We're not hungry. I've already had dinner. I don't need no more dinner. Nando's, relax. We'll turn up in the month and we'll have our chicken extra spicy. Don't you worry about it. Lock that game off. Right, I'm relaxed now, people. That was a shameless intro. But listen, man, I got people messaging me going, oh, you lot are hypocrites. I love it, people. I love it. It lets me know that we're still a big, big football club because everybody else is in pain and I love it, people. Let's discuss. Right, here I am, 5 minutes in, people. Apologies, comments are flying in. Let's go into Granit Xhaka mode. Granit Xhaka, he got sent off. We called the game off. Oh, we're gargantuan, people. We're massive. We are absolutely massive. We're alive, people. It's like Johnny 5. They thought the robot was finished. They smashed him up and he just, I'm alive, Johnny 5. We're back. Lock that game off. Enjoy your Sunday, people. Make plans. Spend it with the family. Go and see your missus. Go for a walk. Play FIFA. There ain't no North London derby tomorrow, I tell you that. Oh, mate, it's so funny. Everyone's so triggered by us. I don't get it. North London day off, Greg. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Tears of joy, my friend. Tears of joy. Arsene Wenger, George Graham, you created a monster. I didn't realize how much of a monster we was until this came out. They hate us. Oh, John Layout, big up to Mr. Danielson. They hate us like the old days back in 2004. I just want us to get good again, just because, boy, everyone's triggered. Granit Xhaka, do you know what? I said something in the week I believe I've never said in my entire life, and I'll repeat it. This was pre-Liverpool. I said, we're so desperate in midfield, we need Granit Xhaka back. He then goes to Liverpool and Kung Fu kicks Jota and gets sent off. Arsene Wenger's done it again, people. Arsene Wenger's done it again. You know where they see the picture? Big Daddy Wenger's done it again. He signed Granit Xhaka, knowing how bad he was. Xhaka purposely gets sent off against Liverpool. Now they got to call the game off against Nando's FC. It's an absolute masterclass. Wenger, you've done it again, my friend. You have done it again. Granit Xhaka is so bad, he got the North London derby locked off. I mean, wow. Wow, we're special. We are special. People, let me get serious now. Honestly, I've been arguing with people on Twitter for about half an hour. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Nando's are fuming. Why are Nando's so angry, man? Their team's rubbish. Their team's garbage. They just lost to Chelsea. You know, Chelsea are a big team, but they didn't do anything. We could have probably actually gone and rolled Tottenham over tomorrow. So I don't know what they're so angry about. They weren't going to do nothing anyway. Well, you know about lock off. Section boys settings, man. I'm telling you, lock that game off. We ain't got no players. Stand up. If you got no game, stand up. You know what? You get me a second time for that. They thought it was the North London derby tomorrow, people. Oh, my days. Goldbridge apparently is crying. Let them all cry, people. Let all of them cry some more. Nobody cares when their games are called off. We don't say nothing, you know, when they call our games off. But when we call a game off, it's a big problem. It's a big, big problem. But I love it. Right, let's get into it. Let me get serious now. I'm ramping, but I can't help it. Yeah, you actually got me twice. That's how shameless I'm moving. Lick down that like button. If you haven't got a game tomorrow, smash that like button, people. Lick down that like button. They thought it was the North London derby tomorrow. Nah, bro, we're chilling. We got plans. We got plans this Sunday. We can't play. Yeah, Antonio, nah, I'm not going to be able to make this Sunday, bro, man. We got plans, man. We got plans. We ain't coming. We ain't got no players. FA, lock that game off. FA was like, boy, man, we can't do it. You've only got one COVID case. They were like, listen, how many teams have got gold trophies in your office? We're the only one. Lock that game off. FA said, they got a point, man. They got a point. They're the only ones with a gold trophy. Lock that game off. Let's move, people. Big up, Jeff. Appreciate that, bro. He said, Curtis, big up, bro. Can you please give your son this as a belated Christmas gift? Finally, my super chats are working again. Listen, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jeff. I really appreciate that. I will pass that on to Cruz. And thank you for, you know, all of your support on the channel. And big up to everyone. But yeah, big up Jeff there, man. Really appreciate that. Mangi said, schedule is packed. I'm telling you, man, we're busy, man. We're busy this weekend. Not going to be able to make that, Antonio, bro. Not going to be able to make that. We play when we want. We play when we want. We are the Arsenal. We play when we want. Woo! Nando's. Not going to be able to make it this week, bro. True Gunners TV, I understand the postponement, but I do question if Arsenal would have made the request if it wasn't such an important game in our season. And that, True Gunners, we will never know. Let's be honest, we're playing Watford tomorrow, Burnley, Norwich. Game probably goes ahead, but it is what it is, people. Florida Water said, Big C going to keep that 20, bro. He won't let me get away with that, Cruz. Once he sees that, he'll be all over it. I'll give it him, man. I appreciate your support. You're a troublemaker, you know, Florida Water. Loz Incredible said, where was this energy when we had to play Brentford with a depleted squad? We'll reheat the Nando's and eat it. Loz, talk to him. No one cared when we went to Brentford with no attack. With COVID all over our squad. While Ivan Toney and them, man, ran riot. No one cared. We laughed and I was having meltdowns. The other fans was laughing at us. No one had no sympathy for us. You know when your mum calls you and said, son, dinner's ready. You're like, boy, man, I'm out, man. I'm going to be late. I'll reheat that later. She's fuming. She wraps it up with that foil. You know what I mean? She's fuming. Mum always says, it don't taste as good. No, man, that Nando's, we'll reheat that Nando's, man. You know, don't worry about it. I'll eat it when I get back. Toby crying on AFTV. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it, people. They're fuming. Why are they so fuming? Anyone peckish, by the way? I actually won't mind a Nando's, actually. Community Nando's, people. Community Nando's. Nando, yeah, the Nando's can go in the microwave. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, gangster settings. Finally, the club have woke up. But all right, listen, let me move on. I can't get out of this zone. I need to stop it, people. I'm Pep Teta, big up to you, bro. Man said dinner on us today, bro. I have Nando's. I ordered mine already. Big up to you, bro. I can't believe he's still got that picture up. But nah, listen, appreciate your support, bro. You know what? I might actually get a Nando's later on. Why not? Smart Cookie said, I'm off to Nando's to have a good laugh. I don't blame you. Daniel, do you remember me, Big C? I feel like I've seen the name before. Remind me, bro. Remind me. I'm sure there's a lot of names in the chat. Man said, order it live. Oh, that would actually be epic, wouldn't it? If I share screen and order a Nando's. Right, let me move. Let me move, people. You're distracting me, man. I'm troublemaking. Let me get serious now. I got to report the actual news, man. Let me report it. Granit got sent off to get the game called off. Arsene Wenger's done it again. We move, people. Right. Oh, they thought they was playing a depleted squad. They thought they was going to beat us. They said, we've only got one COVID case. They thought they were going to roll us over at their new shiny stadium. No, it's not going to happen. We got plans this week, Antonio. We'll see you in a month. Our match against Tottenham on Sunday, January the 16th, has been postponed. Finally, you're waking up, Arsenal. You can't be this nice, gentle Arsenal. If people you have to take people down, then you got to take people down. Games have to get locked off. We ain't got enough players. There's loopholes. Blame the Premier League, Gary Neville. Don't blame Arsenal. Because everybody's been abusing these rules for weeks. There's been about 20 games called off. So don't moan, you know what I mean? Don't moan just at us like we've invented something here. This is the Premier League's fault, and everybody's been manipulating this week after week after week. Arsenal turned up to the party. Everyone's triggered. Relax yourselves. Dark arts. We get rinsed on VAR. Half the time we don't get anything from VAR. We've had some of the worst refereeing displays that I've seen in years this season. All of a sudden, referees can't see anything when they come to the Emirates. Yet people want to moan because we've had one game called off against Tottenham. Why does everyone care? Why does everyone care? Relax. Worry about your own team, Gary Neville. Yeah? Wreck-It Ralph and all them, man. Yeah? Leave us alone. Let us handle business. We'll eat that Nando's when we're hungry, bro. We're not hungry right now. We ate at Anfield the other night. That 0-0 filled us up, man. They can relax. Norwich beating Everton 2-0. Wow. Obviously, if you're watching this back, the score will probably be different. But as we're currently live, Everton are losing 2-0 at Norwich. That could be the end of man like Rafa Benitez. But we move. Right. Let's read the whole article. Let's open this up and see what's happening. North London derby postponed. Yeah. We ain't coming to that toilet seat stadium. Game's off. Oh, you're trolling. They're trolling. Arsenal, man. You're actually doing me proud today. Some people are going to be onto me in the comments. But let me change screen, actually. I'm on the wrong screen. Let me go to the next screen. Arsenal are trolling. Look at the way they've started off their statement. We are disappointed. You're disappointed. Oh, dear. Yeah, we're so disappointed we can't turn up to your toilet seat with no players. We are disappointed to announce that Sunday's North London derby at Tottenham Hotspur has been postponed. We know how much this match means to our fans around the world, but the Premier League has made the decision to postpone the match due to too many players across our squad currently being unavailable as a result of COVID-19, existing and recent injuries, in addition to players away with their countries at the African Cup of Nations. This is the most shameless statement I have ever seen. They're making out like we're disappointed. The Premier League has made the decision. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. We are absolute like shameless settings, people. Shahira said, hey, Curtis, enjoy the weekend without North London derby drama. Wish luck for Egypt tonight. Salah needs to go back to Liverpool. I mean, I hope you don't turn back up too quick. You know, we got them on Thursday, but yeah. Big up, bro. Big up, Shahira. I appreciate your support and super chat, bro. Clement said Benitez will get sacked if Everton don't turn it around. I could see it happening. Oh, the Premier League have made us call this game off. Now, we're going to have a conversation about Arsenal. Because I want to make something absolutely clear. Let me make something clear here, people. Even though this game's been called off, and I agree with it being called off, let me not hide away from this. Edu and Mikel Arteta, it's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to wake up. I don't know if Edu's on jet skis. I don't know if he's smoking cigars. I don't know if he's doing barbecues. Let me add some balance to the argument. I'm trolling, I'm having a laugh, cool, and I did want the game called off. But let me add some balance. You two took the craziest risk ever. This game was actually the closest one to probably not being called off. How can you say we've had to call the game off and use AFCON as one of the excuses? They've used AFCON as one of the excuses. We knew a year ago that AFCON was starting in January. We knew we had 4 players that were going. You know, every now and then you're going to have 2 or 3 players injured, a suspension. We was always likely to have 6, 7, 8 players unavailable. So let me tell you this, Edu and Mikel Arteta. Wake up, do your jobs, and as Harambe's saying, sign some players. Because we got away with one here, make no mistake about it. We should, by right, be playing Tottenham tomorrow with a threadbare team. And we could have held smoke if we... I don't know who we were going to play in centre midfield. So we pulled a fast one here. We got away with it. So Edu, if you're signing Arthur, if you're signing Vlahovic, whoever you're signing, get the deal done. Stop messing about. Because we won't get away with this excuse again. We done well to get away with this one, but you got to make sure we're ready next time. How on earth are you using a tournament you've known for over a year was happening as an excuse for players being unavailable? That is borderline embarrassing. Let me be real. I didn't even think the Premier League would call this game off because I thought they were going to say, not enough COVID, game has to go ahead. Edu better wake up. Wherever he is in the world right now, fix up. The way Mikel Arteta, how... you know, everything seems so planned and thought out, and on the touchline he's doing all this. Did you not plan for the African Cup of Nations, bro? Come on. It's crazy, but we got away with it. But them two better fix up. We better have... I want to see a new centre midfielder against Liverpool, at least on the bench. Sir Festus said, Curtis, this is the reason I was very angry. The day Arsenal lose to Everton because Everton is too poor to beat Arsenal. It's typical, isn't it? We were moving like Santa Claus over December. Everton couldn't buy a win. We turned up all of a sudden. They're doing all sorts. True Gunners TV said, Richard Garlick is a G, bro. He got it called off. I mean, it's about time he did something. This guy used to be, what, chief executive of the Premier League. I haven't seen any benefits from him being at the club since he's been here. But, yeah, man like Garlick, man. Garlick by name, Garlick by nature, possibly. Man stunk out the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and got it locked off, so finally. Mr. Robbo said, Vlahovic hat-trick coming soon in the North London derby near you. Shameless settings, and I love it. I'm telling you. Like I said, shameless, and I'm backing it. You saw my intro. It was borderline, you know. It was shameless. It was hella shameless. But let me tell you something. Them two have pushed their luck, and they can't push it any further, man. Can't push it any further. Big up SODZ, who said, big up C, great content like always. Listening on my own with my children, Adam and Shanez. We love it. Nando's. I'm telling you, anyone else feeling a bit peckish? You know, half a chicken with some peri-peri chips, bit of coleslaw. Yeah, why not, people? Shaquille said, Big C, we should pull Offer Liverpool and Spud by playing the game at the Emirates. No one wants to go to a crappy stadium. Oh, dear. Right, let me just get a list, because there was a list here of all the players that we had unavailable. And I have to say, we got away with it. I mean, this is the list of apparent players that are unavailable. Callum Chambers, Cedric Suarez, Tierney, Tomiyasu, Xhaka, Partey, El Neni, Smith Rowe, Saka, Odegaard, Pepe, and Aubameyang, all unavailable. So what we got here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 players unavailable. And we got it called off. You know, everyone's crying, people. Everyone's crying. 12 players unavailable. But like I said, we knew 4 of them players were gone from a year ago. But we got away with it. Biswadeep said, what's the point of having an academy? It's crazy, innit? Sean said, do you think Conte is happy the game is off? I mean, the only thing from Tottenham's point of view, they had no Heung-min Son and they had no Romero and 1 or 2 others. So I'm sure they're disappointed. They would have seen the amount of players we had unavailable and they would have wanted to have played us. Same way we wanted to play Liverpool last week when we knew they had a lot of players out. But it is what it is, people. It is what it is. I'm not about to, I'm not going to worry about them. You know, we're Arsenal fans. I don't care about other teams, to be honest. It is what it is, people. It is what it is. 12 players unavailable. I mean, like I said, have we manipulated it? Maybe we have. Maybe Kieran Tierney had a bit of cramp, but maybe we've told the FA that there's a little bit of pain in the calf to have. Yeah, who knows, people? Who knows? These things can be manipulated, and that is the Premier League's fault. So it is what it is. We move, game called off, and we will see you when we're ready. We are the Arsenal. We play when we want. Hold that. Hold that, Tottenham. Yeah. We'll see you in a month or so. So here's what it is, people. Obviously, Manchester City beat Chelsea earlier on today. I think most people would agree the Premier League title is pretty much done and dusted. Kevin De Bruyne, brilliant goal. Bent in the top corner. He was on fire. Sterling was on fire. Chelsea didn't have a shot in the whole first half. Like, we're not talking about didn't have a shot on target. We're talking about didn't have a shot at all. Like, you got 100 million Lukaku up front, Pulisic, all these, man, they didn't even have a shot. It's crazy. I have to admit, and I know any Chelsea fans that watch this, I'm being respectful when I say this. I really find Chelsea boring to watch. And I know any Chelsea fan would think, hang on a minute, you know, champions of Europe and you support Arsenal, but there's something about Chelsea that they make me tired. Honestly, they make me tired like no other team out of the big 6. They're so defensive. It's unbelievable. But yeah, Manchester City, they're running away with the title. The title's over after today. I think that is it. Sterling was on fire as well. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's move on. Let's talk transfers, people. Let's talk. You know what's coming up. It's not the next one. Daily Dusan is on the way, people. But I'm just going to start off with this story that I thought was a little bit interesting that broke today. FIFA have sanctioned Olympique Marseille with a recruitment ban for 2 transfer windows. So Marseille have been banned from signing players for the next 2 transfer windows. I believe it's this January and obviously the summer on the way. Now, the interesting thing, there's 2 interesting things that come out of this, people. Number 1, what happens with Matteo Guendouzi? When Chelsea were banned from signing players, they were still able to complete a move for Kovacic from Real Madrid because it was written in the contract that there was an option or an obligation to buy him. So they were still able to complete the deal as contractually it had already been agreed. I don't know whether this one is the same because Guendouzi had to meet certain clauses. I believe he had to play so many games. I'm sure he will play that many games as he starts nearly every game. Will that stop them from buying him? I hope so. Personally, I wouldn't mind Guendouzi back at Arsenal. This kid is in the French team, in the French squad, should I say. And like Sol's saying, 10 million for a 22-year-old French international is an absolute joke. So listen, I hope that messes them up signing him. I can't lie. Now, the other positive thing, people, is they cannot sign William Saliba, because we know for a fact Saliba has nothing contractual with Marseille. They would have probably tried to have signed him in the summer. This stops them from signing him. And hopefully it forces Mikel Arteta's hand to bring William Saliba back to Arsenal. So Guendouzi, I'm sure we will hear some details over the next few days. Personally, I would like to bring him back. I think he's actually improved as a player since he's been in France. But we all know Mikel Arteta and him have a poor relationship. So whether that will enable him to come back, we will soon see. But at least Saliba, they can't buy him. So a transfer ban for Olympique Marseille for the next 2 transfer windows. So no January and no summer transfer window for Marseille, who, listen, I don't know how anyone else feels, but I felt like they were lurking around Saliba. Like, listen, if Arsenal don't want you, we're going to go for you. So I'm personally delighted at that ban, because the Saliba situation was one that was very worrying, in my opinion. Something that could have caused us a problem. I got to be honest, people. Let's just talk briefly about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. First of all, he missed the game yesterday for Gabon. Gabon played against Ghana in the African Cup of Nations. They got a 90th minute equaliser. Ghana, if they don't get a good result in their next game, i.e. a win, will be out of the African Nations Cup, and it would see Thomas Partey back at Arsenal sooner rather than later. But Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was left out of the Gabon squad after scans carried out show suspected heart problems. Axel May and Mario Lemina were also ruled out for the same reason. Now, first of all, I want to say, get well soon, Aubameyang. You know, he's one of our own. He's one of our players. And, you know, these kind of things are very worrying. They did expand on the story later on in the evening by saying it was nothing too serious. But obviously, when you read it, it sounds very worrying. Now, you know, I'm not going to speak about this too much because it's not my place to be speaking about this subject. But what is going off with all these footballers at the moment? Watching games and footballers out of nowhere who've had no health problems their whole career, collapsing on the pitch. Aguero's had to retire. I believe Alphonso Davies, the Bayern Munich player, has had to miss the game today with some sort of inflamed heart as well. Aubameyang, obviously, with this, it's crazy. Now, like I said, I'm not going to comment on it too much. It's not a subject that I should be speaking about too much on it, but it's worrying. You know, it's worrying. And listen, hopefully Aubameyang and all the other players will be back on the pitch soon. But it's definitely crazy. It's definitely crazy. So get well soon, Aubameyang. Anyway, hopefully he'll be back for their third and final game, which I believe I think they said was on Monday or Tuesday. So let's see. Right, it's that time, people. I wish I had some music. I need something. It is that time once again. It is Daily Dusan, the guy we're going to speak about every single day of the month that we all know we're probably not going to sign him. He's the new Julian Draxler, the new Yann Villa, the new Karim Benzema, the new Gonzalo Higuain. Linked with him, but don't sign him. The Sun. So first of all, I will apologise to every single one of you in the chat. It is a link I don't like having anything to do with, people. The Sun, the Daily Mail, anything like that, then I have to apologise straight away, people. But The Sun are saying Arsenal have lodged a £58 million bid for Dusan Vlahovic and given a huge transfer boost, with Fiorentina ready to let the striker go. Ah, dear me. I mean, If we had offered £58 million, I'm sure it would be everywhere. I'm sure everyone would be talking about it. Big up to Chris Miglarino. Thank you very much for becoming a member. First of all, I have to apologise to the members. We were supposed to do a member stream today. It will be on Monday. In fact, I'm trying to think. We could even do the member stream. We do it on Monday. Member stream on Monday, people. We'll do it on Monday afternoon. I know people said that afternoon made things easier. So Monday afternoon, about 4 p.m, we'll do the member stream. So apologies. Monday, 4 p.m, member stream. We'll get that done. Big up to Chris. Now, just in this story, the Fiorentina president, Rocco Commisso, had a bit of a rant and a tantrum after their game the other night. He said he was incensed, and he said he has lashed out at players' agents. He said the agent should give recognition to the club. Whatever happens, the club got him to where he is now. The more I live here with this crazy sport, the more I realise how screwed up it is. He was talking about the demands of the player and the agent. Vlahovic is in the final 18 months of his contract, and Commisso, who is the president, is reportedly willing to cash in while his price tag remains high. Fiorentina reportedly want between 58 and 63 million and are willing to let him go in this January transfer window if a player meets his price. The reason the deal has been delayed is to excessive funds being demanded by the agent. I mean, listen, it's not the best of sources, you know. And listen, I think if we'd had an offer of 58 million, you would see it absolutely everywhere. So I don't think this bid is genuine. You know, newspapers need to fill pages with transfer activity. It continues to you know, carry on every day. Different stories, different rumours. He did score the other night. I'm just checking if they're playing today. So Syria, no, they don't play today. Do they play tomorrow? They don't play tomorrow either. So no game for him this weekend. He wanted his Sunday off as well. They play Monday at home against Genoa. So I'm sure we'll hear a lot more. Listen, his agent is trying to eat. You know, his agent is trying to eat. And like I said, people, I've been involved in this side of football a little bit as well. Once I'd stopped playing, and agents are sharks, man. They are sharks. You know, a lot of these agents have only got one big player on their books. So they see them as the jackpot. So when Vlahovic leaves, he wants to make sure he gets paid. Rumours that his agent wants £15 million to make this deal happen, which is absolutely crazy. Rifty said, what do member streams get? So it's an opportunity for you to come on the video, give your opinions. You know, we discuss all things Arsenal. You hear my opinions? Let me hear your opinions, people. Man, I said, got my Nando's half chicken, extra spicy. That's the way, man. That's the way, my friend. Sol said we will end up with Jovic. I mean, I don't want him. I really don't want him. E. Ross said brown envelopes. I'm telling you. Get Raul Sanelli back. Vlahovic will be an Arsenal player, man. I'm telling you. Abdul Ghaffar said, big up Curtis. I watched Bruno Gomes' match against PSG. The guy was dope. Unfortunately, Arteta and Edu don't know what they are doing. I'm ashamed. It's disappointing. It's disappointing, man, because I believe there are players out there. You know, if the club will move in with aggression and ambition. But listen, the only thing I can say, sometimes it's more important to sign the right player than sign the first player. If they're going to make us wait, at least get the players that we need. Bluey MCFC said Haaland's agent and father want a combined 40 million agent fees. Vlahovic agent was like, yeah, I'm going to ask for 15. And listen, it's sad. It's sad because sometimes moves don't happen because of these agents, because clubs won't pay the money. Like I said, we were going to sign N'Golo Kante. The agent fee is what stopped the deal happening. John Layout said you're spot on. It was the reason why I fell out of love with football. Agents have so much power now, unfortunately. But it's the way it is, man. How good is De Bruyne? Pure class. I would say best centre midfielder in the Premier League. One of the best in Europe. If you could have an argument whether he's the best centre midfielder in the world. In terms of De Bruyne, he's definitely up there with the likes of Modric and that, who are obviously a bit past their best now. So he's definitely in there. Get Eddie on the phone, make some deals. Mohammed said, I love Kevin De Bruyne for spoiling Chelsea's party. Arteta and Edu are looking at Tielemans. We have no chance. I mean, listen, the Tielemans story, I've actually got that here, actually. Let me get that up. This Tielemans story is interesting because it sounds like there is a possibility of getting him, but not now. You know, it doesn't sound like you can get him now in this window. There was a report out today. This Tielemans story sort of come from nowhere with Arsenal. But Ben Jacobs has ran with this story, and Brendan Rodgers was asked about Tielemans in his press conference. And he was kind of a little bit like, you know, when a player doesn't have long on his deal, we have to listen to them. Ben Jacobs said, Arsenal are actively considering Tielemans. Important to note, meetings with his agent were with a view to a summer move. Leicester prefer to keep him in January. But Rodgers admits he has to look at every option. Somewhat opens the door to a January sale if Leicester find a replacement. For me, I don't see this happening one bit. I just don't see it happening in this window. Would Leicester be able to replace him in 15 days as well? It would be difficult. But he would be a great signing in the summer, but I just don't think there's any chance of it happening now. Craig said, Curtis, how do I become a mod on your channel? At the moment, YouTube only lets you have a certain amount of mods. So what I'll do, I'll go back through the mods, make sure that everyone who is a mod is active at the moment. If some of them are not using it, then I'll put it out to you guys, maybe put 2 or 3 different mods on, but you're only allowed so many at the same time. So Craig, I appreciate that. I'll get in contact with you, bro. Zafran said, Big C just joined your stream. What's the news about the North London derby? Game's locked off, bro. Game is locked off. No game tomorrow, people. Clipped curtly on that. Right player versus first available. Listen, I know I might sound contradictory there because I'm having meltdowns that we haven't signed anyone. But the reality is, if we sign the right player, it calms everyone down. Remember a couple of years ago or a year or so ago, we signed Partey on the last day of the window and Robbie was dancing around the Emirates. You know what I mean? So we have to get the right player, people. Tielemans, sounds like there is an opportunity to get him probably in the summer. I don't think there's any chance of getting Tielemans now. I do like him as a player. Really like him as a player. Lewis said Big C went full lawyer mode. Lock that game off, yes? Look after yourselves. Listen, I believe in life. You have to help other people. Right? Life is about looking after each other as well. But let me tell you something. Never neglect yourself. In life, in football, in work, in anything. Never neglect yourself. Arsenal have to look after Arsenal. We can't worry if Tottenham are upset. We can't worry if Gary Neville's having meltdowns. Jamie Carragher's saying it's unethical. The same Jamie Carragher that spat in someone's face out of a car window. Come on, do me a favour. Don't worry about no one else. Look after Arsenal and we do what we need to do, yeah? We play when we want, people. We got plans this Sunday. We can't make it. Yeah, we can't make it, Antonio. Relax yourself. Desmond, big up to you on the super chat, said, what's the news on Arthur Melo? Wow, you've got me. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Don't worry. Let's talk Arthur Melo because this seems to be a player that we could get. This seems to be one that seems possible. But again, what is taking it so long? Goal are reporting that Arthur Melo will meet with Max Allegri tomorrow to try and push through a loan move to Arsenal. The player wants to join the Gunners. Always nice to hear that a player wants to join us instead of, you know, we've rang him 30 times and his agent is ignoring phone calls and things like that. Man said it was in a youth's face nonetheless. You know what I mean? Carragher, not really going to take advice from you, mate, on things like that. But anyway, Arthur Melo. Now, he's in the squad today for Juventus. I'm not sure what time kickoff is. Let me have a look. It might even be kicked off now, people. Now, Juventus play Udinese tonight at 7:45. And Arthur is in the squad. But will he play? He was on the bench the other day as they lost to Inter Milan with Alexis Sanchez scoring a late goal. So will he play? Now, the thing that seems to be holding this deal up is that Juventus want a replacement. They're being linked with Ruben Loftus-Cheek from Chelsea. Would Chelsea kind of do something that is going to do Arsenal a favour? Would they sell a player to Juventus knowing that means Arthur comes to Arsenal? I'm not sure, but Ruben Loftus-Cheek apparently desperate to get first-team football with the World Cup being next year. So, listen, Arthur, from what we're hearing, wants to join Arsenal. As I said the other day, listen, my opinion on Arthur, I felt like at Barcelona, you were seeing a top player. So good on the ball, kept the ball so well. Somebody sent me a story the other day where Messi was saying, like, he's the closest thing he's seen to Xavi and all of this. Seems to have completely lost his way in Italy. I can't lie. Physically doesn't seem up to it. And he struggled. But I'm not going to write him off for the same reason I wrote off Aaron Ramsdale. I wasn't happy with Ben White. I was underwhelmed with Tomiyasu. And they have worked out so far. So a Brazilian international, former Barcelona player, I'd be prepared to give him a chance. I always said I'm a little bit worried about small centre midfielders in the Prem. The exception to the rules, Santi Cazorla, who's incredible on the ball, and N'Golo Kante, who hunts down anything that moves. I know some people talk about players like David Silva and that, but they played more in that 10 role. I'm talking about in the actual midfield pivot. Could Arthur deal with the physical, demands of the Premier League if he struggled with Serie A? But listen, if he joins the club, he comes with open arms for me. We need help, people. It's not like Granit Xhaka has performed for the last 5 years. So, listen, we're in talks. It sounds like the deal is being delayed due to Juventus looking for a replacement. Keep an eye out tonight, people. 7:45, Juventus, whether he comes on, whether he plays. Hopefully he doesn't come on at all. Smart Cookie said Arthur was great at Barca. He just doesn't fit Italy. My only worry would be, is the Prem even more physical than Italy, Pedro said, no North London derby. We're playing what we want. Listen, make plans tomorrow, people. Make plans tomorrow, man. We got things to do tomorrow, people. We ain't playing no North London derby tomorrow. Relax. Game's off. But yeah, like I said, when you've got Granit Xhaka, anything looks like an upgrade. Can we get 1,000 likes on the video, people? We got 1,650 of you legends in the chat on this Saturday. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Just to reiterate, the breaking news of the day, Arsenal versus Tottenham has been called off tomorrow. No North London derby. And as we've been saying the whole stream, we are the Arsenal. We play when we want. Greg said his birthday tomorrow. Stress-free settings. Happy birthday to you. For tomorrow, Greg. Hope you have a great day, and at least they won't be stressing you out. Biswadeep said Arthur made a mistake against Inter Milan in the Coppa Italia final. He'll fit in perfectly at Arsenal then, won't he? Rishikesh said, will Arsenal get Basuma? I don't think so. I don't even think we're interested in him. I genuinely think the fans want him. I've heard nothing, seen nothing that suggests that Arsenal are genuinely trying to sign him. I don't get it. I think every Arsenal fan would take him, but for some reason, we don't seem interested, which, I don't understand. Yeah, everybody seems to think he fits the bill. Now, it is January. It is crazy season. Rumours galore. Oh, I've just seen Messi land in a helicopter in London near my cousin's uncle's sister's nephew's house. I've just seen this player doing this and, with this, that and the other. Now, I'm going to apologise in advance before I even put this story up on the screen because it's ridiculous. And John said, any news on a striker? Well, take a load of this, people. I apologise in advance. I don't even want to read it out for anyone who's listening. It's borderline embarrassing. But the funny thing is, these are the kind of stupid deals that wouldn't surprise me if they happened. Arsenal make Diego Costa transfer enquiry as Edu explores Dusan Vlahovic backup plan. I'm going to need a sip on my drink, people. And I'm sorry. I apologise. I don't make the news, people. I'm just letting you know. If this happened, the meltdown would be beyond belief. The funny thing is, I said on a stream a few weeks ago that Diego Costa was a player that I always wanted Arsenal to sign. He was without being horrible, he was a bit of a scumbag striker. Horrible to play against, but great when he's on your team. Big, strong, physical, winds up defenders, had a goal in him. Prime Diego Costa, I didn't mind that. But Diego Costa's nearly 34. This has to be paper talk. I'm just looking now. His agent is George Mendes. So not Kia Jarapchin, it's George Mendes, who we know is one of the biggest sharks in football. Mendes, Raiola, Kia Jarapchin. I mean, listen, I don't think this is going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen. And if you go from Vlahovic, if you line us up for the whole of January, making us think we're getting Dusan Vlahovic, and then at the end of January, you pull out Diego Costa, who, by the way, people, is now a free transfer. So it's right up Arsenal's lane. They would love it. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's paper talk, but I won't ignore it just in case it happens. Cliff said, you're all right, Curtis. Boy is a good player, but how will a geezer from Burnley, how will he feel when a geezer from Burnley leaves something on him? Listen, man, Diego Costa's one of them, man. He'll turn your whole club upside down. You know, we can't sign Diego. We're not. I know we got a little bit more dark artish today by getting the game called off. We're not ready to have man like Diego Costa. Not from a footballing point of view. He's not that good anymore. He'd probably beat Arteta up. You know, I don't think Arteta would be able to manage him. So big up Cliff. Big up Alan, who said Diego Costa will clash with the Cone Man. Nelson said, from Chelsea rejects direct to Chelsea rejects twice removed. Who next? Solomon Kalou. Listen, I don't think this deal will happen. But, you know, I just have to report it because it's there. People are talking about it in the comments. And Diego Costa, a player that, like I said, 5-6 years ago, I would have loved him at Arsenal. At the age of 33, do me a favour, mate. Do me a favour. We don't want no Diego Costa at Arsenal. So hopefully it's just paper talk. Fresh off winning the Brazilian League. I mean, but why have they let him go? He can't be doing too much. Arm Hammer said, Costa will Costa us. You're coming with the dad jokes, man. I'm all for it, man. It's shameless, but we'll do it. We'll let it slide, man. We'll let it slide. He needs to stay making coffee. That's harsh, man. Desmond, big up, bro, said, how is Costa even allowed to play in Brazil? He snaked the country. This news feels like Willian vibes all over again. Yeah, I still can't believe he ended up playing for Spain. All his family in Brazil. Went to Spain for a few years and played for them. Played for Spain in a World Cup. In Brazil, with all his family in Brazil. DJ Ashby said, Curtis, what do you think of Donny coming to us on loan? Listen, I'd take Van der Beek, but Man United won't do that for us, man. Man United aren't going to do any favours for us. When have they ever done a favour for us? They gave us Mikel Silvestre. You know, they ain't about to give us players that they know can help us. Black Mamba said, no chance, too big an ego for Arteta. Listen, I don't see that one happening at all. But we have to talk about it just in case it happens, and see what happens. But apart from that, people, there's not too much there. Not too much transfer news. We still haven't signed anyone. And that will do us for the day, people. We've been on for 50 minutes. If anything significant happens between now and tomorrow, we'll do a stream tomorrow. If not, we'll be back on Monday, 2 p.m. and we'll do a member stream 4 p.m. on Monday, so look out for that. From next week, I will be back on neutral streams. I've had a little bit of a break from that over the Christmas period, so I know a lot of you have been asking, am I doing Man United games, this, that, the other. From next week, we'll start doing neutral watch-alongs again, get a bit more active, everything's settled down a bit now. Big up to every single one of you for tuning in. Smash that like button. Can we get 1,000 likes? Interesting thing, I wanted to clarify one thing that I said the other day. I said on one of the clips that I didn't think Saka had played well against Liverpool.
And I watched the game back and I'd done him a little bit dirty because he'd actually played very well. I think what had stuck out in my mind was the fact that he could have scored against Alisson. And there was a time he rolled it to Eddie Nketiah where if the pass was better, we could have scored. But when I watched the game back, he had a very good game. He ripped up Robertson. So, maybe I was a bit harsh there. Always better to watch the game back before I start throwing out big opinions. But hey, it's one of them. We move, people. Liverpool on Thursday, second leg. No North London derby tomorrow. Enjoy your Sunday. Have some Sunday dinner. And you know what, people? I'm a bit peckish. I think I'll go to Nando's. See you all soon, people. Take care, everyone. Bless.